You are listening now to the Spirituality Now podcast, the show that is solely focused on practical spirituality, leadership, and mindset skills with the aim and purpose of supporting you master your life. Welcome to the Spirituality Now podcast. Welcome to the Spirituality Now podcast. I am your very happy host, Yvonne de la Flor, and I have back literally in the online studio. I'm here in the podcast studio that we have, and we are online with my beloved sister and one of the most important Latin American artists, literally right now in the world, related to voice frequency, sound healing, and really detonating higher states of consciousness for humanity, for people, and in their body through the power of her voice. She's back in the podcast today. I have her here on Zoom with us, and we're gonna, I don't know if I should have said the name now that we are in YouTube, but yeah, I just said it. Anyway, so she's here with us today in the podcast. She's been with us before, but we are here to talk about her upcoming incredible concert and the incredible contribution that she and another community called Xicome, a movement called Xicome that really represents the elders, the education, the arts, the culture of Mexico. They are going to bring music, sound healing, a powerful concert to the Glastonbury Music Festival. And that's why we jump her into the podcast. We are booked, week after week, previously with incredible people, but she is giving us the honor to be here. And sister, before I leave you the microphone and I ask you questions, I want you all to know that I'm a devotee of tea, gong fu cha, Chinese tea ceremony and all of that. But my sister Grace Terry, she introduced me to mate, and she gave me this cup. Those of you who are watching in video, go check it out. And this straw, and drinking mate tea. And so this is the gift of Grace to myself. Besides all her incredible compendium of music, she has thousands and thousands and thousands of discography music published. She's the founder of the Infinite Voice Academy. She is futuristic-based astrologer of the highest realms. She uses voice to detonate, activate, expand, help corporations, people enter into the flow state and enter into really streams of consciousness where people just feel better and more open and more loving. She has an ability to scan the truth and see the truth in people by their voice. I can tell you how many times she has told me things that they were going to happen just because she heard the voice of someone and I didn't pay attention. And now I pay the karma of that. But she is spot on. And now we're so excited. Welcome, Grace Terry, beloved sister. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. It's my honor to be here sharing with you. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
So Grace, we're not today going to talk about your discography and everything that, you create music like I sleep. Like, this is like, for you, is you create music, sleeping, waking up. We have another podcast where you share your story, from being in the world of the famous artists, Televisa, all of that in Mexico, and you saying no to the fame, to really use this path of stardom, of influence through music, because you are really well known, right? And to use it for the good of humanity instead of for the good of our pockets or the good of like me. You really are using it for the higher good. But we're here today to talk about Glastonbury. Tell me a little bit first, what is how did you got invited to sing at the stage, where Elton John is going to sing with all of those? It's such an honor being a Latin to know that you are going. But how did that happen? What happened? Tell us.
Well, it's a beautiful and very magic story. It was 2020 and it was the pandemic, and I channeled literally the music of Mary Magdalene, and I call her the Return of Mary Magdalene. So that song was sent through a friend to these people, to a really good friends in London, and they really loved that song, and they asked my friend if they can meet me because the song touched their lives, because they are into Mary Magdalene teachings and all of that. So we had a Zoom meeting because it was a pandemic and everything, and they were so happy to meet me, and they say, please, we want you to come to London and maybe perform. And so, a couple of years passed by, the pandemic end, and one of my best friends, musicians, Pablo Arellano, moved to Europe to live this last year, to Valencia, to Spain. And he said, why don't you come and we do some concerts in Europe? So I contact his friends in London and I say, hey, I want to go to perform some concerts with Pablo Arellano in London. And they say, yes, we have the person that lived here for many years. She's Mexican and she's the one in charge of bringing Mexican artists to London. So I contact her. Her name is Alejandra Cuesta. I contact her and I explain who I am, show her my music and everything. And she says, well, I love it. And we would love to have some Mexican elders to Glastonbury because it's very important to have the traditions. So, and then I thought, why don't we go with Xicome? Because Xicome is this music festival with healing arts. So with my friend, creator Michelle Button, and I say, why don't we put a show with this amazing musician, Alyosha Barreiro, because they want something Mexican, but at the same time, something electronic and something different. So that's how it came, through this song, Mary Magdalene, and now we are going 7 persons. We are going to Glastonbury.
With the elders.
Yes, 4 elders. Michelle Button, the creator of Xicome, myself as a lead singer, and Alyosha Barreiro, which is the amazing musician.
One of the best DJs, musicians in the world too, and Latin. I love that the Latinos are going there. And tell us a little bit, what is the Festival of Glastonbury?
Well, it's one of the most important festivals in the world.
I'm so excited.
I mean, it's like one of the dreams that a musician or a singer would have in their life, like, it will be a dream come true to sing at Glastonbury. So for me, it's like, wow, what an honor. I am so excited. And this is the last concert that Elton John is going to give, and he's going to be at Glastonbury. So
that's
to be
amazing.
in the same festival that...
and let's talk about this, Grace. You've been in this path as a musician since you were 14 or even...
No, 3 years old. I started singing at 3.
I know, and we have your story a little bit, but you've been in this path, like where people is like, that was lucky. You did a song and they chose you. That was luck. No, this is not luck. This is the maturity of a mission which is ready, because when you have the heart, the intention, the focus in the right place, when it's not about me, it's about the we. And that's something that I've always admired from you. Is we, is the community, is the impact, is the elevation of people, is the empowerment of people. I mean, we have a network television that now is transitioning, right? That is, we're not going to say anything in the podcast until, you are in Gaia television, etc. And you are a director, artistic director too. And the work that people don't see is what got you there. It's not, it was one song and how lucky they know you, no, it's not context, it's the consistent hard work every day. So you're going to be singing at Glastonbury and you have, what is the theme? Because I know you were saying like the something like the Quetzalcoatl, something. Tell me about it.
It's the Call of Quetzalcoatl. And Quetzalcoatl, it's like the Jesus Christ, in this part of the world. But everything is converging to this time. It's the coming back of the Christ consciousness. It's the coming back of this huge awakening that we are one. And we are all interconnected. So that's why we are preparing this show. And we have these elders, which are dancers. They are going to be dancing with feathers. And we have a special Mexican suits prepared for this show. So it's bringing and uniting our consciousness with the consciousness of Europe. And we are very excited because the Druids elders are waiting for us in Stonehenge for the solstice to make a ceremony to unite Europe with Mexico.
That is so powerful. Me, suddenly I'm so Mexican. I'm so proud that Mexico and Europe and the elders, there's something about the eldership. There's something about that magic, that ancient wisdom bridging itself, converging for the modern times. Is the call of awakening, the call of Quetzalcoatl, the call for the human spirit and the soul. And I'm so glad you're opening the festival. You're opening the first. You're opening your segment, right?
There are different, there are different stages, and we're gonna perform it at the one that's called the Common, but there's one that calls the Kings, that's the principal, and we are opening with the members and everything. So we are so excited, so honored. We are so happy, we just can't wow.
Being an artist, may I say that you are represented? We have an agency. I reopened it. Well, it was in the works for 2 years. Thank God I didn't say anything to anyone, because I was dating someone that I didn't want him to know about this, because I didn't feel it. It didn't feel right. It felt like the energy will have gone down, or like, what for? It's too much work. That's the stuff that I used to hear. And I'm so grateful, because now that we're opening our first represented artists, we have a Brilliant Futures Productions that focuses on conscious film and creating, producing, sponsoring, executively doing the whole production for film and documentaries. We're doing another one right now. I'm not going to say. It's going to be launching hopefully 2024 and 2025. The first one, it took so long because, there was a lot of complaints and it's going to be hard, etc. But this one, so we are representing and promoting and producing film, documentary, conscious documentary, and conscious artists. And our first represented artist, the part of Brilliant Futures Productions, that is an agency, is Grace Terry. And our first artist goes to Glastonbury. I feel responsible. I feel like, what did I do? Like that, nothing. It's all your work. And so we are super honored, honored.
That's very important what you just said. It's hard work. It didn't take me work. It takes me all my life to be at this moment. So a lot of people, like you said, think that it's an easy thing to do. No, it's a lot of work. It's a non-stop work.
Non-stop.
I never stop. Even though I left the mainstream when I was a teenager, because I didn't feel it was the kind of music that I want to sing, and it didn't go with my values,
Totally.
So I left.
I feel you. I literally just got fired like last week. Whenever I just got fired from a publicist that they were going to publish my book, I got fired because a gentleman, I got to say it in the podcast. I know this is your podcast. This is about Glastonbury, but I got fired from the people that were going to publish my book because I saw a man going into a bathroom. He's a 52-year-old man. And a little girl was there, and I went in the girl's bathroom, and I went to talk to the gentleman. Hey, you made a mistake. This is the women's bathroom. And he says, no, I identify as a woman. As long as I'm here, I am a woman. I know you want to be a woman. Identify as whatever you want, but it's the women's bathroom, and there's a little girl, 8 years old, 9 years old here. When she's done, you come in, and I got fired. Anyways, I got fired, and I was happy that I got fired. I was happy to give they give you an advance of money for that. I was happy to give it back because I refused. This is a delusion. Anyways, back to Glastonbury. It's really hard work. Talking
about values.
It's about values and about.
We cannot go against our values, because the way we do that, we are not with integrity in our life.
Absolutely. And then right. And if we're not in integrity with our life, we lower our standards. Oh my gosh, me, I'm right now recovery from shame and recovery from I knew it all the time kind of vibe of like, deleting yourself, reducing yourself so you can match someone's frequency in the lower frequency vibe is just not cool. And I don't care how many spiritual people say different.
No, but that's important. You have to go through that to realize who you truly are. And that's what the gift.
Or to remember who the future we are. Anyways, so Grace, I am super excited for Glastonbury. I'm so honored that, you have Agent Brilliant Futures Productions, the Network for Human Empowerment is going to be supporting. And you have a raffle that is coming. You are receiving donations to support the elders. We will put the links for anyone that would like to support and be part of this incredible music festival in Glastonbury by helping the elders go there. This is eldership is something that we must protect. So, as soon as I heard that, I was one of the first ones to donate. And now there's going to be a raffle where people can actually donate and win time with you. They can win a beautiful sacred geometry art of Glastonbury that is, frequency generated, is the codes of They can win a tea ceremony with me. They can
yes.
So tell us about that. How can they help?
Well, we are preparing the raffle because it's going to be giving Michelle Button sound healing, cacao ceremony. Other people are donating family constellations. So we are having a team of therapists and friends that really wants us to see this dream come true with the elders. So we are excited. Very soon we will let you know where they can donate and where they can go to the raffle, because we have also the GoFundMe, the crowdfunding. And
we'll put everything, because by the time this podcast comes out, which is before Glastonbury, we'll have all the information in the copy. We'll make the promotion, plus one of our companies represents Grace. So we will make sure that you get all the information and that you can support. And let me tell you why you want to support, because you going as an artist from Mexico, Grace, and singing there, and I would love to talk about your new song, but I know that's private, and that's going to be for Glastonbury. They're creating unique music. It's Latin American people going to serve and connect that bridge with Europe. You going there represents me, my family, my ancestors, and my future generations. The elders represent my elders. So it's like we all get to go. A little piece of us get to go with you by supporting all the elders going there to Glastonbury, right?
Right. It's a human unity. It's not only Mexico. And we are going to give everything we have, the best with our hearts, to go and to give the perform of our lives.
Amen. And with that, give the performance of your lives, guys. You heard Grace. Don't give up when you have a long journey, when you have a long, like you work hard every day. It's so tempting to quit when the going gets tougher, when you don't see results. But because you don't see results, doesn't mean that results are not coming. The biggest trees, the most solid foundations are growing something so powerful, like the good bamboo, like a cedar tree, something that lasts long, takes time to grow. But once it blooms, trust it, keep going, keep moving forward. You never know. You never know who's going to say yes, or who's going to invite you. Hey, Grace, do you want to come and sing at the Glastonbury stage where Elton John is going to give his last concert? Which, by the way, Grace loves Elton John. Next level.
Yes. And one of the things that I really want to share is that whatever you do, the end result is for the evolution of the planet. That's all I know.
Grace is always dropping mic drops, like Tim Grover always says, focus on the end result. This is the end result for the good of the planet. Well, sister, we're going to put all the links. We can't wait. I hope I get to get with you. By the time this podcast comes out, we'll know if I'm coming to London, with you for your other concerts and stuff.
My manager.
I know. Okay, that's discovered. Let's discover that, everyone. Yes. And so I'm moving all the things that I have here. And now that I'm fired, now that I got fired for the first time in the history of my own mankind, I have more time for that. Anyways, I love you. Thank you so much for jumping into the show so quickly. So, and really all of our excitement, everyone, please follow Grace Terry. Follow her on her social media platforms. We'll put all the links. If you want to contribute for the Glastonbury Festival, for being part of this festival, by donating, by supporting the elders, and make sure that Mexico is a representative of the Latins and also that unites the world, please do so. We love you. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you. Gracias al equipo. We send you a big kiss. Un beso. Adiós. We hope you enjoyed this new episode, and if you did, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere
where you prefer to listen to your podcast. Make sure to check the links to everything we mentioned in this episode. For more news, future or past episodes, or for any other inquiry, please visit our website at delaflorteachings.com. Once again, thank you for listening to the Spirituality Now podcast.